Hello, hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tony, and sorry about my voice. My name is Tony, and I am doing Super Mario World and Storytime, where I tell you guys stories from just things that have happened and play Mario. And sometimes my stories are great and people watch them, sometimes my stories aren't incredibly good. It is very hit and miss. Oops, I just died. Today I'm going to tell you guys about something that happened when I was a teenager. I was very young. I may have only been like 12. I might not have been a teenager yet. It's a short story, so I might combo this with another story. But my sister and I, many years ago, we were driving. And this is crazy to me, okay? Because when this whole situation happened, I didn't realize for many years how bad it could have been. So we were driving back from somewhere. It may have been Meyer, it may have been somewhere else. I genuinely don't remember where we were driving back from. I just remember it was a Saturday night and it was raining. And because of the rain, I guess the brakes kind of went out on my sister's car. And we hit a truck that was in front of us. And we bounced back like 30 feet or something. And the men in the truck, got out and make sure we were okay. My sister and I were both unharmed. And the guys said that they wouldn't have even known that we hit them, except that the coffee in their cups jostled and spilled. And they were fine, and they, didn't press charges. I'm not even sure if they called the police, if I'm being honest. They may have just told us that we were, I'm a little fuzzy. I do remember waiting in a gas station for my dad. But that's all I remember. But one thing that I realized years later is the reason that we hit that truck is because they were stopped for a train. If that truck would not have been there that day, the brakes still would have went out and we would have hit the train. So that is just like stunning to me to think about, that we would have hit the train. Like, I don't know. That is just, I don't know. Like, every single time I think about it, it's like, we would have hit that train, and I don't think I would be sitting here today. Nor would my sister. And that's just insane to me, that just hitting that truck, like, for years, that was like a scary thing that happened. You know what I mean? Like, that was like, hitting that car was like my first ever car accident. You know what I mean? And we were fine, again, like I said, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. Sorry, 1 second. So, it was a minor car accident. We weren't hurt, but it did still scare me. But it's crazy to think about, that I didn't, I wonder if it occurred to Heather. I don't remember if it did. I asked her. I asked my sister once if that occurred to her, and I don't remember what she said. But it's just like, did that occur to my parents? Like, were they like, oh my God, thank God that truck was there because our daughters would have been dead? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. I can't remember. I want to say that I was like watching like one of those like YouTube videos that talks about like I should have died when, or like things that happened in your life that were like, could have went really bad but didn't. And I just remember thinking about that and thinking about how if that truck would not have been right there and we would not have slammed in the back of the truck, we would have slammed into a moving train. And that is just nuts to think about, like genuinely so nuts. So I don't know. I guess thank goodness for those guys. I bet you they thought of it. I'm sure that they thought of the fact that, oh my gosh, if these girls wouldn't have hit us, they would have hit that train. I don't know. It's just crazy. Crazy to think about. So, I don't know. Do you have any things that could have happened one way and definitely a good thing that they didn't in your life? Like, if you stop and think about it, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of things. I'm sure there's things that happen every single day that if they wouldn't have happened this way, they would have, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like the butterfly effect, basically. The movie, not the actual butterfly effect. Although I guess it's kind of the same. I don't know. If you don't know what the butterfly effect is, don't watch the movie if you're young, by the way, because there's a scene that's really disturbing. Like, I won't even let my 15-year-old watch it because I don't want her to see that scene. It's the... I don't know. If you're old enough to watch that movie, I'm sure you know what scene I'm talking about. But, yeah, that's, I don't know. It's crazy to me. Every single time I try to think about it, it's just, it's insane to think about to me. Oh my gosh. I really need to quit doing this particular thing that I'm doing right now. Okay, stop. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to concentrate, so I'm not talking for a second. Okay. I don't know. So, and that is actually the first time that, because I told the story of when my oldest son and I got into a car accident when I was T-boned. Another time my sister and I were in McDonald's drive-thru, and like we hadn't got up to the speaker yet. We were just like, it must have been like a long line, so we were like, or you know what? Actually, we might not have been. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're in the drive-thru. And this truck backed up into, and I think it was the same car, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't think that car was like that messed up, but it might not have been. It might have been a different car first. But we were in the parking lot, and some guy with like a hitch on his trailer hit her car. And it's probably good that he had the hitch because he probably would have hit her car worse. But the hitch like hit, and that's what made him realize. I don't know why this guy was not looking when he was backing up, but people are just dumb. And another time, my friend Janet and I were in a car driving, and it was the same kind of car that my sister had, where the brakes went out. And same thing happened. We were, it wasn't a train this time. It was a red light. We were fine, but we hit like somebody was stopped at a red light, and the brakes went out because it was raining, and we hit the car. And so when I was looking for a car, like my first car, when I got to the age where I could drive, I definitely refused to buy that particular make and model of car because clearly the brakes don't work very well in the rain. I can't remember what make and model it was, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. I want to say it was a Cavalier, but I'm not 100% sure. So that was but yeah, something about, that's probably why I don't like driving in the rain. It just occurred to me. Hi buddy, did you have fun?
Yeah.
That's good. My son just got back from the movies with his dad. Oh my gosh, why am I so bad at this? I went from having like 11 lives to dying horribly. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. I keep saying so yeah and then just randomly saying things. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at. That's why like I started writing down the story times instead of trying to come up with them right off the top of my head. But I didn't realize how short it was going to be to tell most of these stories. And it's kind of annoying, actually. It's kind of annoying that I'm that bad at telling stories, I guess. last time I'm trying this. Sorry, my throat really hurts. Today. Sorry, very annoying. My poor daughter though, like my throat is like scratchy and like it'll go in and out, and sometimes like I can't talk that well. But my poor child, she had no voice for like days. Like she could not talk at all. And sorry. Why do I keep saying sorry? Who am I saying sorry to? But yeah, she absolutely did not have a voice for days and days and days and days. Okay. Oh my gosh, finally. But yeah, my poor child. And she helpfully shared her sore throat with me. She was sick for a long time though. She was sick for like 2 weeks. We COVID tested her twice because I was like, there's no way. Like, how are you this sick for this long? But nope, that was not the what? That was not the, what am I saying? This was not the, what am I saying? I got distracted by a notification from my Discord and I don't know what they're talking about because I'm recording, so I'm not paying any attention to what's happening in the rest of the world. And so I'm very confused right now. But anyway, yeah, my daughter, I COVID tested her twice because I was like, how are you this sick for this long? And it's not COVID, but it was not COVID. And then I saw something on, I think it was like TikTok, that talked about like everybody being like so sick right now, and I think maybe it's just like flus or whatever, but talking about how we've all been like masked up and like social distancing for so long that now that like everybody, well, most people are like vaccinated, and the world's kind of opening up a little bit more, we're all being exposed to like germs again, and so now we're all getting like all these illnesses that we weren't getting before, like flus and stuff, because now we all have we all don't have like the immunity or whatever. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to end this here because I'm just like rambling, and that is the end of my story. Please tell me I don't have to do all that all over again. I will actually cry. Do I have to? I sure do. Anyway, thanks for watching.